All right, y'all, we back again, and we got we got another one bites the dust, man. We got brother Derrick Jaxn, man, and unfortunately for him, there are some alleged things that have been going on with him. Now, I'm gonna tell you about for y'all that don't know, Derrick Jaxn is um, a coach, a dating coach, a relationship coach. His main thing is single women, single moms, black single moms. Usually, that's his probably. I would say that would probably be 80%, 80 to 90% of his audience, his target group. Uh, well, anyway, there's been some alleged information that have come out about the brother that he hasn't uh, lived up to the the I don't want to say standards. Let me just say I don't want to live up to the creed and the bylaws that he has told women not to go for. He has been allegedly engaging in some of that activity. So, with that being said, and I'm gonna just say the alleged activity is that he was cheating on his wife, and you know, and things like that, and doing just little things like that, all the while telling black women don't go for stuff like stuff like that, and don't go for lying and cheating and all of that. And meanwhile, allegedly, he was doing the same thing behind the scenes. So, with that being said, you know, I have to say that he's still our brother, and so I have. Well, let me put it out this: I have many times disagreed with this brother, man, many times, but because I thought in my inner self, I thought he was coming from a good place, even though I felt like he was the way he was doing it. I didn't agree with his methodology and the way he was doing it, but I felt like he genuinely was coming from a good place. He genuinely was trying to make things better for the sisterhood. I could dig that. What I can't dig is you telling them stuff that's not true, and then when they can't make it work, instead of them saying, "Hey, you didn't tell me right," they used to say, "Oh, black men ain't no good." You know what I mean? Black man ain't no good. And so that's the problem. The problem ain't with the men. The problem is in the type of men you picking. But anyway, I'll get to that later. But anyway, what I wanted to say is, man, I feel bad for this brother, man, because but that's how it goes. When when people pile on, they pile on, man. And so that's what they doing on to the Pope brother, man. I saw, Black Enterprises even doing stories on the brother, and I'm like, wow, I mean, we had much worse situations than this that never got spoke on, like the African Bambata situation. That never got no press, mainstream press, and that was a billion times worse than this situation. And I'm not, and allegedly African Bambata situation, because as far as we know, no police charges have been filed on his brother. But I'm just saying, and I don't mean no disrespect to him. I don't know him either, but I really personally don't know Derrick Jaxn. But I don't know either one of the brothers, and everything that I'm saying here is alleged, based on stuff that has come out over the internet. It's all alleged, because we can't really trust the internet until we get some actual documentation from, a government agency. Then we can say, okay, this is official. But until then, this is all alleged behavior. But anyway, I just was making a point where so many people trying to pile on in this cat, man, till it's crazy. And I understand women piling on him because he was kind of like their cheerleader, and he was always kind of like keep hope alive. That even though you're a single mom, you got all these kids, and you kind of had a wayward life, there was still hope where you could find somebody that would be interested in, you know, used vagina, very very used vagina, right? But instead of telling them, hey, preserve as much of it as you can, and if you have it used, take a fast from sexual behavior activity for a while. Go through a cleanse, clean all that stuff, clean all the men uh, uh, touching you out, clean that out, clean all that getting your club shut up out. Take a cleanse for a couple of months, clean yourself out. Then a man will see you better because you don't smell like you had a bunch of men on you. Anyway, I'm just going in. I'm just saying these are some of the things I disagreed with him about, but I never personally attacked him because I felt that he was coming from a good place to try to do what he was doing. He was trying to just keep hope alive and motivate the sisterhood into still trying to find happiness, which was cool. With me, that's cool. But you got to tell them the truth so they can adjust things. See, you tell them sometimes, Brother Deer could tell them stuff, but it ain't accurate information. It's what they want to hear, but it ain't accurate. Then when they go out in the street and try to apply it, it don't work. They say, "Oh man, all black men are like this," but all black men ain't. Just the ones you interested, the ones that turning you on. And I get that it's a natural thing. You can't help yourself. You're attracted to alpha dogs. I get that. So, but you're gonna have to learn how to. If you want us as men in a civilized society to fight the urges that we have, we see a woman, we just want to just try to get her in the bed. We got to fight that urge and try to actually get to know somebody. We got to fight that in a civilized society. Then you're going to have to fight some things in civilized society too. You're going to have to fight the urge to always hook up with alpha dogs because you know where it's going to go most of the time. You know where it's going to go most of the time. And so, but see, I understand me. I understand that is your nature. It's difficult for you to fight that nature of being attracted to alpha dog. I get it, but we got a nature too, men, and we want to have sex with women and beautiful women. We want to have sex with them, and instead of us just trying to grab somebody and take them and have sex with them, whether they want to or not, we got to fight those urges or fight the urge to just try to get somebody on the first date to try to get them in the bed. We got to fight that urge because it ain't safe to do that on either side for the man or the woman. It's just not safe to be like that. Plus, it's not. I mean, outside of just being disrespectful and all of that, it's just not safe to try to be on top of somebody before you get to know how they are and how their lifestyle and where they've been and why they're single and what's going on. You need to know what's going on, before you try to just jump in the bed with somebody. Anyway, moving on back to Derrick Jaxn. So anyway, I feel like, hey, people, he's still our brother. This is our brother, man. This is our brother, and we're not gonna pile on him. Those of us that's men, we gonna stand in ranks. We ain't advocating that behavior, man. We ain't advocating doing this, but we ain't gonna let people just jump on top of the brother, man, because the brother was, I believe, in the beginning, at least initially, coming from a good place. And he was able to turn it into a business and work for itself. I mean, that says a lot about the brother in itself. And so maybe people like me, I don't agree with probably 99% of what he says to women. Probably don't. Probably we could we could settle on probably 1% of what the brother said. But that's it regardless. That's my brother. And I ain't going to jump on top of him just because the hit parade. Now, I understand the sisterhood, they going to go in because he got rich off of them. And so they probably got an axe to grind. And there's a lot of sisters with an axe to grind. But you brothers, don't be so happy when a brother take a fall, because you never know when your fall is coming. You never know. You could come up with a chronic illness. You can go to the doctor with a little problem. Next thing you know, you got a chronic illness. You only got 4 or 5 months to live. Or anything can happen, or your mother or your child or something. See, don't revel in, don't dance when somebody on their way to the hospital. Don't dance. Not our brothers. Don't dance, because we've been through too much together. And whether you want to admit it or not, this is our brother. And I'm not going to stand with him in wrong, but I'm going to stand by him while he get himself together. I'm not going to be one of the partakers, one of the what they say, where you find that, wherever you find the eagles, so shall the carcass be. I'm not going to be one of the ones eating off the carcass. You know, y'all want to eat off the carcass? We expect the sisterhood to go in after him. We expect that. But we should be rounding the wagons around this man and trying to get him some help. And understanding we all going to take a fall sooner or later. You all going to take a fall. You think you're going to live 60, 50, 60 years and you're going to be perfect? No, you're going to take a fall too. And if you haven't already, then it's only a matter of time before you take a fall. And then you want the vultures eating up you want the eagles and the vultures eating your carcass? No, you ain't going to want that. But the point is, this our brother, man. You can't just leave your brother out there, man. I'm not saying you go out there and say, yeah, he did good. I don't know what happened. All of this is just people talking. And I have personally been fooled by people saying stuff on the internet before, and even going as far as creating a whole scenario with different voices and different technology and all that. I have been fooled. So for me, I hear it. Now, some of the places it's coming from seems like it's reputable places. And even if first of all, even if it is true, even if everything is true, that's still our brother, man. That's still our brother, man. So we can't leave him out there like that, man. He needs help. And if we look at him as a pariah and say, oh, we all point our fingers at him like, oh, we so happy, we dancing because the brother fell on his face. So what? I don't care if he fell on his face. He's still my brother, man. So I don't agree with him. I never called him no simp or none of that stuff. I seen a lot of people do that, but people call people names because they don't know how to act, how men act. We're gonna show you on this channel how men act. When we see another man fall, or we see another man catch a rock in the eye, we ain't gonna just put another rock in his other eye. We're gonna try to just sit the brother down and talk to him and find out, hey brother, what you do to get these people to throw this rock in your eye? And if you did something to make them throw that rock in your eye, then we try to help you. Try to say, hey, brother, well, let's change your behavior so you don't get no more rocks in the eye. Instead of jumping on them. Come on, bruh. I'm talking to men now. That's some female shit. You gonna jump on this man when he down? That's some shit a woman would do. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through that. A woman's going to go through your phone and go through your pockets and shit. Come on, man. Close your ranks. What if that shit happened to you? And like I said, man, I ain't a Derrick Jaxn supporter. Methodology-wise, I'm not. But I know it's enough room on this internet for everybody, in every opinion. And he's probably making a whole ton of money. And good for him. Good for him and his family. But I ain't gonna be one of the partakers. Just like if you had a sister, man, we had one of our sisters, man, that had fell down, man, and put herself in a bad situation. I wouldn't jump on our people, man. What we gonna jump on our own people, man? That's fucking crazy, man. We jumping on our own people, happy that they falling down over some nigga shit. You didn't put me on when you had a chance, and you didn't return my phone calls. That's some bitch shit. That's some bitch shit. You ain't have me on your show. You're a simp because you telling this and that. Man, that's some bitch shit. This internet is way bigger enough for a Derrick Jaxn, a Kevin Samuels, and everybody in between. It don't matter, man. We got to stop being like bitches, man, just running at our own brothers, man. Come on, stop it. And I'm going to say the same thing if it was a female, man. If a female fall down, man, we going to kick our own sisters? Come on, man. Woo, man. I ask God, man, help us, man. Help us get back to being men and women, man. Let's get back to being men. Well, let me talk to the men, man. Let's get back to being men, man. You know, back in the day, man, we was men. We minded our own business. If one of our, one of our fellow men fell down and got caught up in something, man, we just put our head down, prayed for the brother, and kept on stepping, try to keep our own feet out of the dog shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no opinion on that. I hope him and his family work it out. You know what I'm saying? I hope him, because that's all that's important. When I'm talking to him, Derrick Jaxn, that's all that's important. Whether you and your family gonna work it out, you decide whether you gonna, ride it out or do whatever you're gonna do, but be the best man in this whatever situation develop. You be the best person you can be in that situation, man. And don't worry about what nobody else is saying, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody else gonna wipe your ass if you fall down and break your neck today. Which one of these people that's talking shit about you is going to put you in a wheelchair, wipe your mouth, feed you, wipe the fucking grits off your face, and wipe your ass and change your diapers? Who's going to do that? That's what you need to think about. If you got somebody that going to do that, and and ultimately they will forgive you, that's something you need to think about, brother, because you worrying about what everybody else got to say, and they ain't going to change your diapers. They're not going to stick you with that insulin. They're not going to do all of the stuff you're going to need when you get up in age. And or maybe you don't get up in age, some accident happens, shit. Anything can happen. Go to the doctor and find out you got a chronic illness or, death disease, a malignant disease. I went off on a tangent, man. I kind of got off, man, but, forgive me if I was a little forward, but I want the man to, not go crazy and feel like, man, so much pressure is on him to, he don't have that much pressure on himself to where he feel like he might do something suicidal. I just feel like, he don't seem like that type of brother, but you never know, man. Pressure's, sometimes pressure can push us all into the next understanding. Anyway, I got mad respect for you, Derrick Jaxn, for where you was coming from. I pretty much never agreed with you on most of what you said, but that have nothing to do with me, hate, wishing hate on you, man, and reveling in your hate and reveling in the hate that's coming at you, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just your little brother, man. We just your little brothers over here on this channel. If you want to just talk about it in private, brother, but I can understand, man. I wouldn't trust nobody at this point, but if you want to talk about it, man, we here, man. And, we won't record you and we won't put you out there and we won't do nothing, man. You ain't got to worry about none of that from us, because we know how men are supposed to act in a situation like this. So, but if not, maybe you can get a therapist, man, and maybe your family can get a therapist and maybe because all these people talking to you and talking crazy about you, man, they not even thinking of that you got children at home, and how the f are your children supposed to deal with this situation when everybody's talking about you like a dog out in the open? You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm saying, man, anyway, man, good luck. Hopefully it all works out, man, to the way you want it to work out, and you be able to be back on your thing again and doing whatever you feel is the right thing to do. Anyway, to the brotherhood, man, come on, y'all got to stop acting like women, man. You got to stop acting like women. Yeah, I understand you want to report this and you happy because the dude been saying a bunch of stuff that you disagree with, but all he did was say stuff you disagree with. I mean, why you got to be like, happy that this dude world is coming apart? Remember, this man got children, bro. This man got children. How can we be happy that his children finna suffer for what he did? That's stupid. That's some bitch shit, man. That's bitch shit. We supposed to be tighter than that. So, on this channel, we'll show you how to be a man about it. You know what I mean? So, we wish the brother well. We not happy, or we not in compliance with lying to your wife and cheating and going on. We ain't in compliance with that. We ain't saying we good with that. We just saying we understand the man messed up, and he need to clean up his act, or allegedly, if this stuff is true, because for all we know, this stuff may be all a hoax. We don't know until some documentation come out. We don't know. It's just people talking and saying anybody could say anything about anybody. Anybody could pretend to be this and pretend to say that and pretend to do this. Who knows? But if it is true, that's a whole nother situation, my brother. So you need to get your affairs in order and think about what's important to you. Like I said, when it all come down to it, everybody talking crazy and everybody putting pressure on you, but you need to think about this. If you fell over today and had a heart attack today and had to have diapers on, who's going to change them diapers? These people out here talking, or you know who? You know what I'm saying? Only you know the answer to that. Who would actually do that? So you know what I'm saying. So that's something you need to think about and figure out. What to do from here. Anyway, I hope your children can come out of it as with the least amount of scathing as possible. I hope the brotherhood will hear my plea and leave you alone, man, and let you walk out of there, and we could just be men and circle the wagons and say, okay, we ain't with that behavior, but we ain't gonna just let you just fry our brother. Anyway, sisterhood's gonna be the sisterhood, so I can't put nothing on them because, man, those are the people that put a lot of trust and emphasis in you, so they gonna be upset. I can't blame them for that. The arrows from the sisterhood, you're just gonna have to take, man, because I'm definitely not gonna go head up against them. But our brothers, man, come on, pull back, man, pull back. Put your shit back in the holster and save it for somebody who really, really deserves it. Not no cat that just got caught up. All right, peace to the brothers. Oh, never ever be the aggressor. Peace.